Fucker.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. We all live on this joint right now. Keep it up. Keep talking. I want to hear it all.
Oh God, we recording.
Just now, yes, we are.
Just
Hey,
picked up, didn't it?
look. This is a side of Savage Sports that you don't necessarily see. Okay, this
Yeah,
is
we let y'all in on a little secret.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Griff. Well, let me know. Are we live?
Oh, we all live, man. I told you it's on. Hey, we
I
got.
came in and you just went live.
Yes, I did. What? You thought this was a kids' game?
I was talking mad shit.
Hey, it happens sometimes.
I was cursing. Mama Griffey might be watching. I don't want Mama Griffey to be disappointed in me.
She ain't caught it yet.
Still saying them though.
Look, in case y'all want to catch up on that recap right there, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Dabo Swinney catching that L. He's just catching them left and right. It wasn't even a small smackdown. It was a 5 fingers to the face. What do you see, Dabo? Darkness.
Hey, and Dabo deserves it. He let coaches get away with screaming the N-word at players. He let coaches get away with doing some horrible stuff to players, some racial stuff, and I'm glad it happened. I'm glad. Dabo Swinney gets away with way too much. Way too much.
I ain't mad about it in the least bit. I know this is our NFL stuff, but hey, we gonna stick with this real quick, all right? Because we going ham right now. I will say this off the bat. Even though Dabo lost, he completely lost, completely blew his sunshine, did not see no sunshine. All he saw was rain. He was sitting there singing Prince and Purple Doves and everything else, trying to get his confidence back because he got shook. Because ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
11th though? I mean, really? Ohio State 11? Anybody else feel that way? I know you don't, Steve. Sam, how about you? 11th?
Ranking?
Yeah, I mean, that's where he sat Ohio State, and that's the position he felt that they deserved to be in. Do you feel the same way?
Look, I'll let you go ahead, Sam. Go ahead. I'll come back in a minute.
After what I saw over the weekend, no. But at the same time, I still find it hard that you was able to just get by with 6 games and make it to the playoffs. To me, that still doesn't sit right with me. But you know what? Mad respect to Ohio State for not only beating Clemson, but beating the brakes off Clemson.
Sir. Yes, sir. Look,
they put them on and then beat them back off again.
They did. And you know what? Here's what impresses me the most. Justin Fields had a half slab of ribs broken and was still lighting them boys up. Justin Fields is the real deal, bro.
Yes, he did. I will say this, I'm not going to argue with Dabo on him saying the whole season part of it because I can't disagree on that part. Now, what I will say, though, is you came in there talking all that trash. I know Dabo's semi-old school. If somebody running their mouth, you know what I'm saying? They got
Didn't I eat my crow? Didn't I eat my crow the other night? Can't you just let it be?
I will, but we got on it right now. I'm just saying, if somebody coming in, they in that mouth, think about it, Sam. You old school. We all old school, right? If they talking trash, they running that mouth, either put up or shut up, right?
Where my Ramley at? I got any Ramley in here watching with us? Y'all better be in here. Ramley, we in the playoffs, baby. We made it.
True.
We made it. And just for the record, I know 2 people sitting here that said it wasn't going to happen and the Cardinals was going to win. I ain't going to name no names, but my Ramley, we in it, baby.
Hey, y'all pulled it off. I ain't going to disagree with y'all. Last thing I'm going to say about this college part is, hey, go Buckeyes, hands down. Let's go show them what they doing in this national championship.
Hey,
don't blow it. Y'all got the chance.
Go Buckeyes, Buckeye Nation. For me, I want one of y'all players to walk across the field and slap Saban.
We talking about open palm, hands out like this. We talking
like scat. Like Rick James slapped Charlie Murphy. What the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap.
I want to hear it cup. Just that cup part right there. Just, you know how it makes that cup sound? Just,
yeah. That whole little.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Dad will look up like, wow.
Or Saban.
So what do y'all think, man? The NFC East. Let me get into this. The NFC East Washington's in it.
Yeah.
They pulled it off. Like I think we all agreed that Dallas was going to beat the Giants, and then hey, Washington, let's go.
I mean,
The only bad thing is the Rams don't get Washington. We got to go play the Seahawks right off the bat
it's
in
like
the
the third,
playoffs.
fourth matchup, third matchup now.
Third matchup, we 1-1.
So
Will
I guess
Goff be back? Will it be Swafford at quarterback? I didn't get to watch the game. I was on the road, so I don't know how Swafford did. I hear he looked good, but I didn't get to watch the game.
I honestly didn't either. What you got, Campbell? What you got, man?
Well, which are we going with the Skins? Or are we talking about Waffle? What are we talking about here?
We talking about Rams. We on the Rams right now, so let's go.
Oh, we on the Rams. All right. Well, I'm tell you what, it would have been a different game if Kyler Murray had been healthy. I mean, he was hurt. It was clear. And what was my man's name? I got you right here. Streveler. Is that his name? He looked awful, right? 107 yards. He looked awful. What happened to the running game? I mean, it was only 18-7, and 7-5. What happened? Why didn't you give the ball to Drake and Edmonds, especially with Murray out? Did they just act like they didn't exist anymore?
I guess they didn't have no confidence in him. I mean, let's put it like this.
Look,
the whole season
Justin
has been up and down the whole season. The dude is not consistent whatsoever. I mean, worst case scenario, you give him the rock, he might break off 420.
Justin, but let me put it to you like this, man. Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Floyd. Come on, man. You ain't running the ball against that D-line on the Rams with Kenyon Drake.
But you have to. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with Kenyon Drake? What's wrong with Chase Edmonds?
Ain't nothing wrong with him.
They've held plenty fantasy football players, this year. Fantasy football owners this year. Plenty of them.
You talking about the best defensive line in the NFL.
Okay. I don't think that, though. Remember? I believe the Skins have the best defensive line in the NFL. I believe you have the two best position players at those in DBs. I think Jalen Ramsey is the best in the defensive line. Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald's a monster, but if you're talking about whole defensive line,
I'm going with the front four of the Skins.
Redskins win that hands down.
Skins.
They got Jacksonville's defensive line 3 years ago. All four of those dudes are all first rounders. So I'm saying, like, literally there has been no team that have played that's really ran the ball on them that has not felt their presence. Them dudes have been getting sacks all across the line. It's not just like Aaron Donald or Floyd literally getting 5 or 6 sacks each. I'm talking about the whole defensive line. Each has like
Robinson.
5 to 10.
Yeah. All them guys, man, they eat. The Rams have got a top. Look, if we can't say the Rams got the top line, we got to say they got the top 3 defensive line in the nation.
Darren Powell went in on his he got something to say too. What you got to talk about, Darren? What we on?
But let me say this though, I'm not disagreeing about the defensive line for the Rams. But we're gonna talk about running game. We've been talking about running game. What happened to the Rams running game this week?
Very true. Very true.
You know,
it was non-existent.
54 yards, 24 carries from him. I mean, that the D was good enough to carry him through this, right? But the first round matchup against Seattle is going to be a lot better than Streveler and the Cardinals. We all agree on that, right?
And okay. I don't feel the Rams have what it takes right now to beat Seattle.
Agreed.
I think the defense is going to keep them in it.
You right, Ian. Rams do got the top 3. That's undisputed right there. But as far as the overall mix, as far as having all 4 linemen, that's all Washington, hands down, all day.
Yeah, Chase Young is a bad man.
Question: Goff or Walford?
See, I didn't get to see the game. I don't know. Tell me how Walford did. Tell me how he did.
I mean, he really wasn't bad. He ran for 56 yards and had a 231 passing. He only turned it over once. So, I mean, why not? Look at Goff and look at Goff. Okay, I get it. You paid a lot of money for him. You got to see what he can do. All that blase. And he's been, he started up to this point. I get it, blase. But anybody really been overly impressed with him this year?
No, Goff's not it.
Nah,
Golf's not it.
look,
I haven't it
look,
either.
I won
Too.
golf 2 years ago when he was sitting there lighting up with Cup and Woods and
Yeah.
had Jared Cook out on the field too, even with Todd Gurley. Now, don't get me wrong, Todd Gurley fell off the wagon. He really did this year, besides the touchdowns he initially got with Atlanta. But I want to see that golf back where he was literally just letting it fly. It was like I guess you could say his coach put him in a sling. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't letting him let it
Yeah.
fly like he was supposed to. I mean, yeah, all right, your running game isn't as strong as you thought it would be, but they weren't necessarily bad, especially as a three-headed monster. Last team that ran a three-headed monster that I can think of would have been Dallas and the Giants. And Giants is that's when they had Bradshaw, they had old big boy Brandon Jacobs, and Ware, those three running backs, and then you had Tashard Choice and like two other running backs in Dallas, a little three-headed monster that they would just literally rotating and smash people in the mouth. I mean, you ain't
Okay.
got one solid running back, but
I don't.
decent.
The Ravens do that now.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
I
They
just.
got,
I
they
don't.
got 4.
No kidding,
I don't
right?
think. I don't think golf matches what McVay wants to do offensively, and I don't think golf has confidence right now.
He shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't at all. He's playing horrible this year. You don't know what golf's going to show. You could have a golf that throws for 400 yards to 6 touchdowns one week, and then 6 picks the next. You don't know who's. Yeah, golf's just he's not in it. He's not it.
Time will tell, I guess. They paid a lot of money for him.
They did. They did, but they need a new quarterback. Several teams need new quarterbacks this year. Coming into this draft, there's a lot of teams that need new QBs.
Yeah, there ain't enough QBs in this draft to sit there and supplement all the teams unless you're hoping for a Tom Brady in the 6th round. I mean, there's a couple teams that have lucked out. I'll give Dak Prescott his due. He lucked out, or Dallas lucked out in that case. He wasn't necessarily bad, but he ain't necessarily – he's not going to hold your franchise down for 15 years. I will say that much. But he's not bad. And there ain't enough quarterbacks for him to actually, like, push around. I mean, you got Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Sunshine, no particular order. You got what's the boy from
Kaepernick
Florida?
still out in the field.
Yeah, Kaepernick ain't coming back, man. He gonna come back and get slapped.
He should. He should.
No, he should. No, he shouldn't. No, he shouldn't. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Kaepernick is trash, and it ain't got nothing to do with his own field kneeling. I've said this before on this show. I respect what Kaepernick does. I respect his protests and all that. Kaepernick is trash. Jim Harbaugh set a Nevada offense, and Kaepernick succeeded. What happened after that offense went away? He was trash, bro.
He's better than Robert Griffin III. He's better than Streveler. I mean, I can name a couple. He's better than them Jaguars. He's better than what? Glennon, Minshew. Who else they tried out there?
Oh, I'm not going to deny that.
I'm
but,
saying he can still play, and he can play on any one of those teams. The Jets.
You got to build.
Darnold. He can still play on any one of those teams.
You got to build an offense that fits him, like Harbaugh did.
Go to the Ravens. Why ain't the Ravens? You know, Ravens should holler at him.
Why? You got Lamar.
He can go. I know, but Lamar gets hurt. He can. I mean, excuse me. I hope he does it. But you know, he's able to get hurt too. Like if something happens to him, it's nice to have somebody come in that can do it just like him.
Maybe, but I think it's all publicity stunts for Cap now. It's gotten old, bro. It's gotten old. Look, you can't tell me you can't tell me you want social justice, then sign with Nike and make all these millions knowing because so you got a good conscience, right? That's what Cap says, and he's against all this, but child slave labor builds your product and you build your shoes. Come on, man. It's publicity. It's publicity. People in China are being exploited.
You don't wear Nike here?
No. Under Armour, baby, made in America.
Made in America. You think everything's always made in America?
Hey, regardless. So, do we think golf is going to carry them to the title? You think they got a chance to beat the Seahawks or not?
Yeah, with the defense. And, that's enough to keep them up.
I can't argue with that one now. When you say defense, in my opinion, whenever it comes time, yeah, Sam, Facebook got you. It got you. hated on you again. But when you say
Hey, Sam.
defense, I'm thinking Baltimore
Hold on.
Ravens.
Mark Zuckerberg, quit messing with my feed. Come square up.
Hey, look, you don't want to call out Mike. He might not look like much, but you never know. Those are the people you got to sleep on.
Hey, Mike or Mark?
Mark, oh, Zuck.
Mark, yeah. But
Mike
yeah,
Zuckerberg, huh?
we talking defensive. If we're talking well-rounded defensive, and that's normally what comes down to the playoffs, who has the best defense for the most part, as long as your offense can produce enough to make you win. I'm going like Baltimore said. Offense puts fans in the stands. Defense wins championships. If we're on
True.
the defensive
Not
side
anymore.
of it, I know you gotta have the defense to sit there and
Hey,
score the points, and the offense
since
actually score too, though, unless you depend on your defense to score for you.
since we talking about Baltimore, all I'm gonna say is they got a little cupcake game coming up in the playoffs.
I'm gonna tell you
They
for
gonna
sure right
win.
now.
They gonna win.
They might win, but it ain't gonna be cupcake. Ask about what happened last year.
Hey, ask about what happened this year.
Ooh,
No,
that's a
I
double
had to
up.
take. I had
Hey,
to. I had to take a jab at Griff. I had to take a
Salute to
jab
you.
at Griff.
So who
he
y'all
dunked
going?
it.
Sam, I know you going Rams possibly. So who you got, Cam?
And what? That matchup there?
Rams in Seattle. Who you running with?
I'm gonna save that for Thursday. You know the dime can't give it up right now, man. I gotta
All right,
wait.
I'll hold off on that one. I'll hold off on that one. That's what's up. I
Let's
got
talk
you on
about.
that.
Let's recap this past week.
Fine, recapping. So, since you want to go ahead and bring my boys into this, let's go ahead and talk about them Titans. Let's go ahead and talk about that rushing title back to back, putting on his crown, saying, Big Dog, even though Vrabel was holding him back for 2 games, breaking off 250 yards in the final game of the season. Granted, it's against Houston, but this boy put up 2,027 yards. 2,027 yards.
Still gonna finish second in the MVP race.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Now, you tell me
But it was impressive.
how many running backs have put up over 2,000 yards, period, rushing, not all purpose, but rushing.
Not many.
In the
8.
season, I'm about to say it was
8.
7 before him. Yeah.
Yep, a total of 8. Now, Sam, since you want to trash on my team, how many 2,000-yard rushes do the Titans have?
To the Titans, or you mean the
Titans
Rams?
or the Rams?
Titans.
Titans only had one or two. Eddie George, right? Eddie George rushed for 2,000, did he?
Nope.
Well, how many?
I'm going to bring you back on this boy right here. All right.
Waiting.
I'm going to bring you back on this dude, somebody that has some dreads and always done this
Chris
between every
Johnson
play.
did it.
Okay.
Chris
Okay.
Johnson did it.
CJ2K. No other team in the NFL has 2,000-yard rushes.
Now all he do is play 2K.
Hey,
Still was good though.
hey, hey!
He
You
sure
can
was
rush.
fast.
You can rush for them 2,000 yards all you want. Win a Super Bowl, bro. Then what's up?
Hey, it's cool because this game right here, the Titans came out. They done what they were supposed to do, even though they tried to let it go at the end of it. I ain't gonna lie, they tried to let it go. But not only did Derrick Henry break 2,000 yards, them boys secured the AFC South on top of it.
They did. They did. Mad respect.
First time in a minute, but they done it.
Mad respect.
Yep. Which puts Texans out. Texans, they were already going anyway. So, I mean, yeah, it was a nice game, though. It literally, let's just say, these gray hairs are coming from somewhere, man. I'm not even going to say where they're coming from. My heart hurt a little bit.
Let me see them again.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, okay, I see him now. Yeah.
It's a lot.
You know they.
4 kids.
True.
You know they make stuff to fix that.
Yeah, Clippers.
Emmett Smith wears it in his beard.
A razor.
Yeah, I know, right?
Time to shine, baby.
I'm still fighting those genetics right now a little bit, as much as I can.
I hear that.
But yeah, Titans, hats off. Congrats to Derrick Henry. Hey, you got what you was running for that whole time, and this makes your second rushing title back-to-back years. So hats off to that man, though. Hey, he put in the work. Titans got some benefits from that one. Let's see how they do in the playoffs is all I'm going to say.
You know who put in work? Josh Allen put in some work this weekend.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Miami.
That's your MVP right there, cuz.
Ooh,
He's
Miami.
ours, but he's not gonna win.
He should.
Oh my God.
He should, but
Josh Allen is a bad man.
Did Miami even field a team?
Well,
where was that bad defense? See, I caught myself there. Where was that bad defense I was talking about a couple weeks ago? Where was they at yesterday?
You said it right. Bad.
They didn't show up.
It wasn't there at all.
They didn't show up.
They was just offense yesterday. Wasn't it?
And Tua didn't help them at all either.
No.
3 picks. He's 361 yards, but 3 picks. Golly.
We told y'all Tua ain't it. We told y'all Tua ain't it.
He has his mentor in the background.
After that little bit of games, you think Tua ain't it?
Tua ain't it. He ain't the answer.
Oh, man.
Come on, bro.
He didn't have his mentor in the background. All right, that was his issue right there. He didn't have nobody to coach him up on the side and tell him to shake that stuff off.
He didn't have nobody to bench him so they could put Fitzmagic in there and maybe make a run at it.
Oh, God. All right, I'll hit you up on the bench in here in a little bit, too, on top of that one. But, yeah, Josh Allen, that boy lit it up, hands down. He is the running back. He is the quarterback. He might as well be the receiver besides Diggs out there. I mean, and their defense is not necessarily bad. A couple of games they lost this year were like nail biters for the most part. They got some highlights on offense and defense. I mean, well, defensively, the only highlight they got is Derrick Henry stiff arming the death out of that boy.
Josh Norman.
Hey, yo, you. That boy look like Karate Kid. What he do? Kick move.
Yeah.
That should be your screen. That should be your background on your screen.
Yeah. And then who else? We had the Browns beat the Steelers. Of course, they beat the second string, but
hold on.
They got to play again.
On that Bills Dolphins game, I tell you what, man, it was good to see old John Brown come back. Josh Allen probably.
Oh really, yeah, he was probably missing him hardcore.
Loved that.
Oh yeah.
I mean that's another weapon, another target to have for these playoffs right here. That helped him clinch that 2 seed, 4 catches, 72 yards, touchdown. I mean that's big. That's big, and it's coming on at the right time too for him. Now as long as that offensive line, and it's at home. I mean, you got the Mafia coming. It's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be tight, but I mean, we told you, and we've been telling you for a couple of weeks, man. That dude is on the rise. Take it to the bank, Josh Allen. Woo! And I won that one. I covered that one last week. I told you.
Hey,
Josh Allen's gonna set records, man.
He will. Now, the only thing about it is I will say this as far as Allen goes. I'm not taking away anything from Allen whatsoever, but history, at least recent history, shows a quarterback that actually shows out like either his first year or his second year normally drops off the radar that third year or the following year after. I mean, you got Lamar Jackson definitely ain't putting up numbers like he was supposed to. You got Jared Goff ain't putting up numbers. You got Carson Wentz. He ain't it. I mean, so, I mean, is this going to be a fluke for Allen? Like, just a one-hitter quitter?
No.
They
got him too many weapons. They got him Diggs, Brown's back. He's got too many weapons to fail.
And they built a defense.
They did. They've always had a defense, though. That's the only thing with Buffalo.
Now they've got a quarterback. There you go. Now they got a quarterback. And they've had, you seen it last year. You see it now. I mean, they've got a quarterback.
I mean, all right. I'm just saying, you got to think about it. Mariota had one good year. That dude fell off. You had Winston.
This isn't Mariota. And Jameis can still play. Don't even go there, bro.
Yeah, don't
go there. I'm just saying. My fact I'm pointing out is that he fell off, though, that next year after he had a good year, though, right? So I'm saying, is Allen going to keep this up or is he going to fall off next year? That's my question.
Man, you
I don't see
draft him in your fantasy team next year in about the second or third round.
No, I ain't. No, I ain't. I'm going to take Mahomes.
You should.
I'm going to take Rodgers again. How about that? I'm going to take Rodgers again.
He won't. It didn't win you nothing this year.
It came close. It came close to that last game. They decided not to play. But yeah, all right. So let me hit this one up. All right, pal. You said a field goal game between the Titans and the Ravens. I don't see that being a field goal game, regardless. One way or another, one team is going to run off with it, whether Titans stop Lamar Jackson, which I'm not going to necessarily get into it, or Derrick Henry decides to sit there and make some more highlight reels. It's not going to be a field goal game.
Yeah, that's for Thursday night. That's Thursday night talk.
All right, I got you. St. Louis Rams fan, yes, diehard fan. Sam will love that one, hands down, even though they left him. Who are we on? Steelers?
Browns. Browns beat the second string.
And
Browns going to get a bad wake-up call next week.
So I'm saying this is going to be game number 3 for them too. So we got AFC having a head-to-head match from the same division pretty much again, the same way with the Rams and the Steelers. I mean, not Rams and Steelers, Rams and Seattle. Dang, I'm all tired right now. And Cleveland won. And Steelers won. Cleveland won without Big Ben. And then the Rams, not the Rams, but the Browns. Oh my God. Sam, take over.
Yeah, the Browns almost let. The Browns almost let. Yeah. The Browns almost let Rudolph come back on them.
I ain't got no faith in Rudolph, man.
No, but he almost come back on them. Mason Rudolph had a good second half.
I got it. That was probably a tryout to try to get a draft pick.
What you mean?
That was all it was. They want a draft pick for Rudolph somewhere. Some other team that is completely quarterback need to cause some pressure. They want a draft pick for Rudolph. Rudolph ain't there. He ain't their franchise quarterback after Big Ben leaves. I really don't care what you say.
He don't have to be.
He ain't gonna be.
He don't have to be.
Get a draft pick.
He just sat there and kept it. Why would you get rid of it? Everybody kind of craps on the backup quarterback. That's a valuable position.
Oh, it is. I agree. Like when Derek Carr went out.
I'm not saying he's, I'm not even saying he's like Jesus' little brother or nothing. I'm just saying like he came in yesterday against the playoff team, against a 10, 11, excuse me for not knowing that right off the bat, but a 10 or 11 win team. And he played and he kept them in and made good throws.
I'm saying you can say the same for Brian Hoyer. Do you really, really want him on your team?
Well, I mean, how long has he been around? How long has he been around?
He ain't been around that long. That's why I'm saying this was a tryout. Or Rudolph. Rudolph has been around for like 3 or 4. Hoyer's been around for like 15 years. That dude.
Okay, as a what? A backup.
Yeah,
because he
got his chance to start. Yeah, he got his chance to start for Cleveland.
He's there for a reason. He's there for a reason.
Mason came back. Rudolph came back. Tomlin brought him back for a reason. He knows the system, and he can stick around and keep them in it as he proved. And they could have won that game.
They had it.
I'm saying,
I thought, and he got turned around on that 2-point conversion. I don't care what nobody says. That man grabbed his waist and turned him, and that he could have caught that ball if he was able to jump. Yep. Claypool is a big target.
Yep. I agree. I fully agree. They got robbed.
Yes, they should at least been able to do that down again.
I will say this. I'm saying the Steelers were auditioning him is all I'm saying. They're treating him like Bill Belichick treated Garoppolo. They were auditioning him to get a trade for him, along with Jacoby Brissett. They need the draft pick is all I'm going to say, because they're not going to get a high draft pick like they really, really want someone to make a complete impact or someone to completely groom to take over the quarterback position. They're probably auditioning him. That's my point of view. They had them all last year, and they suck.
Yeah. But
I'm not degrading the backup position.
I'm gonna go with Justin's team right now. The Buccaneers. They spanked the Falcons. They pulled the belt off.
They did.
We showed what we are capable of. Even if Antonio Brown was just shooting to get that a $250,000 bonus. That's why he had all them catches. Hey man, we do what we got to do. We put it on the Falcons.
Put it on them.
Scrubs.
And they had a very good defensive showing.
Oh man, I did love that one. Who was it? The cornerback came in there. Calvin really had the ball. He just came in there and straight took his candy. Literally Debo.
Straight up.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, hey, in case anybody missed that one, it is up on our Facebook page. You can watch it. Calvin really just gets the ball completely stripped from him. It wasn't even an interception, no. Dude caught the rock. Calvin really caught it.
Yeah.
And he came straight in and said, "Give me your money."
Give me that.
He's like, "Here, you hold my pocket
did.
now."
He did. He
You
smoked
treat him
him.
like a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Treat him like a
He did.
straight BI.
he did. So yeah, I
We're-
was impressed with the
we-
Bucks on that one.
We are going to be, you know what, in the playoffs. Get ready, football team. Get ready. We are coming. They are coming right up the road to DC, and they are going to spank them. And then I
Hey,
guess they either go to
y'all all
New Orleans and
y'all
spank
all
them.
good. Y'all all good till y'all play the Saints. But the Saints got y'all's
No,
number,
they got
bro.
our number, don't
Look,
they, man? They sure do.
God, I want to say some stuff, but all
Hard
right,
to beat
this
a team
last one,
3
I'm not gonna.
times.
I'm not even gonna hold this one back until Thursday. I will say this one: Tom Brady has never really liked pressure, and that's the one thing
Yeah.
Washington will bring. Hey,
Yeah, Chase
Every-
Young gonna
Not
be all
afraid of
over
their
him.
front four.
hey,
He's already messed up. He already called out the GOAT. You can't do that, young man. You
hey,
can't
look,
do that.
look. Hey, what kind of competitor ain't gonna
That
call
just
out the
don't.
best player?
That's
Huh?
true.
What kind of competitor ain't gonna call out the best player?
That boy better know his. Excuse me, that big man who kicked my ass. He better understand. He better know his place in the rankings of football. You don't call out the GOAT in the playoffs. I told y'all a couple weeks ago. There's 3 things in life guaranteed: death, taxes, and Brady in the Super Bowl. Don't call out the GOAT, Mr. Young.
He's right.
Sir,
You don't call him
don't
out.
do that.
But Ian Harrison's right. The Saints defense is legit for the first time since the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl. Saints got a legit defense. And they won. They won pretty they beat the Panthers?
Yeah, Panthers have been doing all right all year
No
long, but they just
surprise.
haven't really finished up in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's the downside to the Panthers. I mean, I was honestly surprised with Bridgewater all year long. I didn't think he was going to do bad, but I wasn't expecting him to do what he was doing with what he was lacking.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm not going to take away from Mike Davis. Mike Davis was doing what he was doing. He did not have McCaffrey, and he does not have a solid, I will say solid, number one receiver. He does not have that Stephon Diggs, that Michael Thomas. I mean, he
Who?
doesn't. Teddy Bridgewater. He doesn't have that number one receiver.
What?
Curtis Samuel was doing his thing. I mean, he's
What
got
about
D Moore.
Curtis Samuel? DJ Morris? Man, that's a number 1.
Moore is there, but he
That's
hasn't.
true.
Yeah, he's coming
You said
in,
he
but
didn't have a number 1 receiver. I just told you he did.
he ain't got that solid number one receiver.
Why
I'm saying he
not?
doesn't have that Michael Thomas yet. He ain't got that Stephon Diggs yet.
Man, not everybody got a Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
No, ain't nobody ever gonna get a Michael Thomas though.
Tampa Bay has 3 superstars though.
Exactly
Count 'em.
my point.
3.
Exactly my point. Now, is Moore in the process of becoming a dominant receiver? Yes, he will. Now, if he keeps up that progress, like I would say the Panthers, hands down, every year or at least every 2 years, they've had a receiver that is supposed to have been that star. Kelvin Benjamin, trash.
Dang.
He went to
He wasn't
Buffalo and then fell
trash.
off the map. He went to Buffalo and fell off the map. He had that good
A
year.
lot of people
You
did.
had
A lot of people went to Buffalo and fell off.
true Robert Woods went to Buffalo too, and then that boy came back strong.
man,
Sammy
he wasn't
Watkins
gonna let
went to
that.
Buffalo, and now he's with the
Still,
Chiefs.
he's still pretty good.
Yeah,
He's
and
still
now
pretty
he's
good.
with the Chiefs. So I'm just saying, like,
Buffalo.
Carolina has not developed their receivers the way they're supposed to. Last one they had, great receiver. I'm talking about Steve Smith Jr. That dude was a monster.
And would talk straight cash, homie.
Yes, he would. Yes,
Yeah.
he would. That's what I'm saying Teddy Bridgewater lacks. Once he gets that,
Well,
and you got
I mean, okay, who else was sitting there beside Steve Smith in them days?
oh man, he
Greg
didn't have
Olsen.
nobody.
I guess
Yeah,
you
Olsen.
you
Yeah.
count that. You count Olsen.
Yeah, what he had Funches for like a year. Funches and Benjamin were both right
Funches,
there. I mean, but
Calvin,
yeah. Otherwise, I mean, they ain't really
Rod
had anything.
Smart, wasn't he there?
Yeah, he's there for a minute.
Or was that a running back?
All right, I won't take away from Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson is underrated in my opinion.
Yes, that boy can fly. That boy can run, can't he?
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
But
He is the only thing that the Jets have.
Here's what I think. I think Teddy played his way out. I think that might not be rules guy. I mean, I'm not saying Teddy Bridgewater is sorry. I'm not saying he can't fit somewhere else. I know Teddy Bridgewater can play. But I mean, look at him in the red zone in the last 5 games. He's listen to this 35% in red zone, 32 yards in the red zone, 1 touchdown and 3 picks in the red zone in the last 5 games. It's not gonna cut it, man. Hey, y'all know that. But all the NFL teams know that. He's one, and in those games, he's 1-4.
Yeah, well, see, that comes down to the receiver.
They're 5-11.
Well, the Jags.
Look, I'm saying it comes down to the receiver. He does not have that Mike Evans. He does not have a jump ball threat.
You don't have to always have a jump ball threat.
You don't, but it still helps.
Well, yeah. Having a 7-footer in basketball helps, but I mean, you don't have to have it.
Miami Heat don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't have to have it to make it, you know?
True. I'm just saying it helps.
Ain't nobody beating the Lakers. Nobody. Anyway, but that's what I'm saying. Bridgewater, I believe, made his way out. That might not be Rule's guy, in my opinion. I don't know if they're looking at the draft, if they're looking at free agency, trade, whatever. I just don't think Teddy Bridgewater is going to fit in that system.
Give him Alabama's receiver next year. Let him take Alabama's receiver.
Devontae?
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's not your big, tall guy. Like, he's not your DK Metcalf. He's not your Larry Fitzgerald. He's not your Randy Moss.
He's a playmaker.
Yeah, he is. I'm not denying it. I'm just saying he's not that big guy that, you know, the A.J. Browns and that Stevie's looking for, you know?
Oh, Brown's just physical. That dude ain't even that big, but that boy is physical.
That's a big boy. When you look at he's almost as big as the Hulk on my shirt, dude. That mug that boy is big.
He's not big height-wise, but that dude is like...
He's looking at corners like this. Man, he's a big muscular dude, man.
Go eat your cornbread.
Hell no, man. You can have my cornbread.
Nah, you gonna eat your cornbread.
Ray Gibson taught me right.
What you got, Sam? My bad, man. We got you all cut. What you got, Sam?
Oh, I was just going to point out the Jags pretty much solidified Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, yes, they did. Yes, they did. Trevor leaving, man, unless he get too mad. They hurt his feelings.
Trevor gone.
He gone.
Trevor gone.
Yeah.
He's got some receivers out there.
Colts beat him.
Does.
He's got some receivers, and he's got a running back.
Jonathan Taylor showed out against the Jags.
Yes, he did. That boy ran for almost 202 also.
She ran for 200 yards 2 weeks ago as well, 150 for that.
I would say this. I'm not going to get into it too much, but this is something we're going to do later on. I guarantee you, like, we'll get down and breaking up the divisions right now. But I will say this one thing. AFC South, regardless of what is being said outside of Houston, them boys got some running backs.
Yeah, they do.
Outside of Houston, them boys got running backs.
And don't even go outside of Houston. Duke Johnson can play. I'm not saying he's your every down go-to back. He can.
You talking about Duke or David?
Maybe could be. Both. I said Duke first, and then I was going to get to David. But I did say Duke Johnson because I think Duke Johnson is a complete running back. I think David Johnson can play. I mean, you know, he was a receiver in college, but you know, he's injury prone. I know he's not been the best in the last 4 years, but he does have the ability and the potential. He might be on his way down. We might have seen the best of him in 16, but I'm just saying that the backs in Houston aren't crappy.
Yeah, the injury prone part of it does get him. That takes away from him. So, I mean,
yes,
that's probably going to be something they're looking at besides getting another number one receiver since how they want to trade away DeAndre Hopkins. They got the short end of that stick, hands down. Hands down.
Oh, Billy had to go.
He done the damage before he left.
Yeah, I know, man. He burnt that mug, didn't he? I mean, he burnt it to the ground, but he burned it up pretty good. So,
Sam, what's up, man? What you want to hit next, man?
Well, I don't know. Seattle, they struggled with San Francisco a little bit. 26-23.
Beat up San Francisco, too.
Yeah, I don't know if Seattle benched any key players or if Russell played or not, but they did struggle.
They all played. Metcalf, Lockett, Russell. They all played to the final. They scored a BS touchdown that, you know, kind of we thought would have killed some spreads. But hey, one of my favorite plays of the week, you know, if I was a gambling man, if I was a handicapper, was the 49ers +7. Worked out.
Yeah, it did.
Also, Texans +7 worked out.
And then you got the Raiders and Broncos, probably the best game of the weekend.
That was my favorite game of the weekend, wasn't it, man?
That was close.
That was an awesome. I called the over 50.5 on that one, didn't I, big dog?
You did. You did.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
just saying,
sir.
where did
But you know,
Denver's offense come from?
Melvin Gordon finally got 30 touches. He
yeah,
had 26 carries and 4 catches. They need to, I know that Lindsey and whoever else is out there can play. That's what that man was designed and built to do at Wisconsin. He was designed to get that football, to run it in between them tackles, maybe
yeah,
outside them tackles a little bit, but in between them tackles, get upfield and score touchdowns. That's
Yeah.
what he was.
yeah.
That's what he was. That's what the Chargers tried to do with him. He got hurt and stuff like that. I get it, but when 13 touchdowns. I mean, that boy can score. That's what they gave him the ball 30 times, and he produced. That's where that was coming from. You got
True.
everybody knows you play action. Everything starts on that run game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Open that pass up. You got to get that run game going. I don't care if it's the option or the I form or power I or whatever wing back, whatever you want to call it anymore. You get that run game going. That pass game opens wide up.
So you think they finally got the running back since pretty much Willis McGahee almost? You think they finally found another running back?
I'm not saying Melvin is going to get any way better. I'm just saying right here he's in a good prime. I mean, he's at a good age. I mean, he's running backs everybody know running backs hit that ceiling when from taking them licks and beatings that they all hit, right? So maybe he's at a point right now where the next year or 2 years, maybe he's still going to be pretty good. You got to give it.
Ian Harrison, I agree. Trade Lindsey out and keep Gordon. Feed Gordon. You got to. That's why you brought him in, is to establish a better running game.
So we're talking about pretty much Denver is going to try to kind of. I'm not saying nothing about my Titans. I'm just using them as an example. So you're saying Denver needs to pretty much do what Tennessee is doing and feed Gordon like they're feeding Henry. And
right, to open up the pass.
And let the receivers produce as they get a chance to.
Yeah. Which the rumor mill, since we own the Broncos, the rumor mill is John Elway is going to be moved up to a higher position in the office, which I think needs to happen, and they need to bring in a good GM because Elway's not a good GM.
Louis Riddick, if he's not hired already, I hope they go get him.
You get Manning.
Yeah, and hey, I'm gonna tell y'all the team to watch out for next year if they get a running back. Chargers. Chargers is going to be a team to watch for next year.
They got a running back.
Eckler ain't it, bro.
Why?
He just ain't it. He ain't a Melvin Gordon.
He could be a little bit better.
No.
Why?
In the screen, you pop him a few screens here and there in the passing game, but you need a true running back. You need Eckler's not your 3rd down and 3 running back that you need that power to get. He's just not. He doesn't have that power. He doesn't have that pop.
Yes, he does. Watching the game, the announcer said something the other day, and he said all the players rave about his strength, about how he works harder and is stronger than just about, other than linemen. Obviously, linemen are probably strong as all get out. He is the hardest worker and one of the strongest men in that weight room. Why is he not a third down and 3 back?
He ain't shown it to me yet.
Oh man!
But next year I'm telling you, you're gonna have a healthy Derwin James back next year. You got your quarterback. Because can't nobody deny when Derwin's healthy, he's the best safety. The best safety in the league. So Chargers going to be dangerous next year. Boza, James, they're going to be dangerous next year.
Defensively, they will.
They whipped up on the Chiefs 38-21. Granted, I think the Chiefs rested up a few people, didn't they?
Probably did, but yeah, I would say this one. I'm not going to sit there and give Eckler the short stick, but you've had like LT down there. Dude wasn't the biggest mug. He wasn't big. I mean, but he still produced. You had Darren Sproles. Yeah. He still wasn't big, but he still produced, even on 3rd down and short. I mean, they call it the wiggle on him. That little short and give me like just a little gap, and I'm gonna cut through. Now,
Vanessa Griffey, I didn't mean to cut you off. She just threw some news out there. The Chargers are requesting an interview from Giants' Jason Garrett as head coach. So, hey, that might be a good fit.
It
about makes me vomit.
I don't know, but like Garrett has
and then again, Ian Harrison, he another good point, man. I like Ian Harrison. I don't know you, bro, but you throwing some good points out here. Yeah. He says the Chargers don't believe Eckler is that short yardage goal line back, and it's not. He's not. In my opinion, he's not. Now, he may be hitting the weights and he may be doing some things, but he's just not that back that's going to, when you first and goal, you want to give it to him like Melvin Gordon was. Now, Eckler is that guy. If you 3rd and 5 and you can get your blockers out in front and you can toss that screen to him, oh, he's going to break it. But he's just not that short yardage back you need when you down to the wire.
I say they'll probably bring in the back. They'll probably bring in a bigger back, but I'm not going to give Eckler the short stick. Right?
Yeah, I'm not knocking Eckler. I'm not knocking
over a whole bunch of running backs. I mean, Montgomery didn't produce like for the Bears until the last 3 or 4 games of the season. And that dude's supposed to be the beast. You had Tariq Cohen, who was supposed to be in the lead back, and they picked up Montgomery for whatever reason because Cohen can't run between the tackles. Dude's too small. You got
Chargers. Chargers. Go get Dante Freeman.
He didn't do too bad when he got in there, but I don't see him being the.
Go get Vontae.
Go get Carlos.
Go get Carlos.
That's your power back. Carlos, I called it first. Chargers need you in the backfield according to Sampson, baby. Let's go.
That's right. Let's roll. Let's go.
I might should be your agent, baby. Let's go. Chargers, you need a goal line back according to Sampson. Call on Carlos.
Hey, Carlos is a bad man.
I don't disagree with that. The dude done what he was supposed to do.
You know, for his size, and I know we jumping all over the place, but for Carlos Williams' size, do you remember, Justin, that 2013 National Championship game, Kermit Whitfield breaks for that touchdown on the kickoff?
Yeah.
Carlos was right on his ass. And Carlos is like 6'3", 230. The dude can move, man.
Athletic freak, man.
He is a freak. A freak. I can't wait. Wednesday's going to be so exciting.
True. Well, since how we going to get to Wednesday, let's hit up this last game then, because this is the one that kind of snuck in there on everybody, regardless of what happened. Packers and the Bears. Bears sneak into the playoffs.
How did the Bears sneak into the playoffs losing?
Because Kyler Murray didn't play and the Cardinals lost. That's how.
That's how?
Yeah.
They'll get knocked out the first round.
They will. I know. But, man, you can't kick field goals against the Packers. We agree?
You can't. There's no way.
I mean, you can. You kick about one. And that's probably to win the game. You got to score. You're right, dog. You just said it. You got to score.
That's like playing against the Chiefs. Man. You can't win a game kicking field goals against the Chiefs. Now, granted, I mean, there was that one game that was close, but if it's coming down to the Chiefs and the Packers, you have to score touchdowns. And possibly try to even go for a 2-point.
And you have to make the big plays. Jackson had I believe it was third quarter, maybe started fourth quarter, maybe late third quarter, a big chance to intercept Rodgers. I mean, hit him right in the breadbasket, man. Right between the numbers. Dropped it. Like when you have that opportunity, to be that, you have to take it. You have to catch those. You have to make those plays.
So Hector Alfaro, since how you on here, what do you think your Bears' chances of winning at least the first round in the playoffs are?
Who do they play?
New Orleans.
Oh, y'all done. Y'all done. Y'all might as well not even show up. The Bears might as well stay in Chicago, not even show up.
Bears versus the Packers NFC Championship. Ooh, Summers. Hey, look here, man.
Hector.
Summers.
Hector. Who said that? Look, whoever said that.
Slapping it.
Whoever said that, I've been to Colorado. I lived there for 3 years. I know where to get some good weed, but whatever you got, send it to me. Send it to me. I want to smoke a little bit of that.
Hey, Summers, that sun done burnt your skull up, man. I remember being down there with you. It was hot out there, man. Hey, look, we'll put it like this. Summers is my homeboy from Yuma, all right? Me and this dude got to play semi-pro football league up in Vegas. When I say me and this boy shut down the whole side of the field, he was my safety. I was playing cornerback. Hey, we shut down a whole side of the field to the point he came out.
Ian Harrison said it's going to be Saints versus Packers NFC Championship. What do y'all think? I agree.
I can see that.
I can't slap my knee at that one. I mean, that really has some merit, but
Yeah.
no,
Now with that said,
no.
AFC Championship. Justin, go. Who you got? Who's going to be in that game?
In the what, sir?
AFC Championship.
Go ahead, Justin. Go ahead and root against my team. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it. Say it.
It's going to be the Bills and the Chiefs.
That's what I was going to say. I agree fully with Justin. I think it's going to be Bills and Chiefs. I'm not knocking the Titans. I just think no, Ravens are going to knock them out.
I'm with the wife on this one. Someone's going to surprise y'all. I will say that one. If I'm thinking about it, it all depends on the matchup that they get. Like,
all right, put it like this: we got the playoff set right now. I'm gonna let Justin lead. Who's playing in the Super Bowl?
There's one. You seen them. Take it to the bank. The Bucks will be there, and they will play against the Chiefs.
Griff, who you got right now? Super Bowl. Looking at this playoff picture, we got it set. We know who's in. Who you got? Super Bowl.
I will say this. It's going to be the Packers or the Saints on the NFC side. And I'm probably going to take the Packers over top of the Saints right now. And then on the AFC side of it, God, Buffalo's not it. I don't think they're gonna choke somehow. I think it's just gonna happen because they haven't been there in like 3 decades.
Ian Harrison says Saints versus Chiefs. That's where he's going.
Sorry, Ian.
Ian. I don't see the Saints. I don't see the Saints, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't see the Saints because Breeze is not healthy. They're playing Breeze. They don't have a choice. They got to play Breeze.
Noodle Arm ain't gonna carry him.
It's not gonna be the Chiefs either, though. I'm saying Buffalo and the Chiefs. Neither one of those are actually gonna make it.
Well, who you saying? He gonna homer. He gonna homer. Watch. He gonna say the Titans.
Hey, handicappers, don't bet with your heart. Don't be like this guy. Don't go with your heart.
Miss Jackson, I gotta go with you. Unfortunately, I want my Titans to go, and I'm
you are not
the best.
You are not going to say the Steelers.
Go with Miss Jackson.
The Steelers are frauds.
I'm going Miss Jackson.
Pittsburgh?
I'm going Pittsburgh. My Titans are there. I think they're going to beat, like I said, it all depends on which games. I'll touch more on this on Thursday, okay? But it all depends on the matchup. Like right now, there's few teams, like Baltimore has the weakest side of this one going against the Titans, in my opinion. I will say this right now. Baltimore is not the passing team. Titans' weakness is their passing defense. So that benefits the Titans. Now, Baltimore can pass the ball, but they're more on the running side of it. I'm not taking away from Lamar Jackson whatsoever. Titans did beat them last year when they were sitting there off the chain for no reason whatsoever. They got them. Now, you got Cleveland and Pittsburgh playing, right? Cleveland barely beat them.
Eugene, no, we are not giving Baltimore a chance.
No.
They choke artists. Everybody's figured out Lamar.
Baltimore will beat Tennessee.
Yeah, they'll beat Tennessee. Yeah. But they ain't going to the Super Bowl.
No. Steelers are going to beat the Browns. I'm going to call that one right now as far as that one goes. Yes, Buffalo gets the weakest team in that division afterwards, which who's the Colts play? The Colts play God, who do the Colts play again?
The Bills.
Buffalo, okay. Man.
The Colts play the Bills. Yep. All right. They're not going to stop Josh Allen, so the Colts are going. Bills are going to get knocked out regardless of what's happening. I'm saying it's going to be Pittsburgh. Depending on how that honestly works out, each team has their one little weakness against somebody else right now. So that's all I'm going to say. The worst case scenario for the Bills is if they have to play the Titans. They're going to be mad earlier this year, yes, but that's their worst case scenario.
May I retract mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm no longer rolling with Mahomes and the Chiefs. I'm going with Baltimore, baby. Baltimore and the Bucks. Baltimore. I'm a ride the MVP's coattails all the way to the Super Bowl. I got a bracket to fill out. I'm going to put Lamar Jackson on there. And the way the playoffs works is the lowest seed, whatever the lowest seed remaining is, will face the number 1 seed bye. So you get what I'm saying? So 5 and 2 and 3 remain, or whatever, however it goes. 5 will play 1, and then 2 will play 3. You get what I'm saying?
All right.
Whatever lowest seed remaining. I'm going with the Ravens to come out of the AFC.
I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen.
Take it to the bank, baby.
The Saints are playing Breeze because they don't have a choice. It's the playoffs. Breeze is still hurt. Saints ain't going to the Super Bowl. It's going to be Green Bay because they're going to beat Tampa because the game's going to be in Green Bay. It's going to be snowing. Yes, Brady's used to it, but the rest of them Tampa boys ain't.
Godwin went to Penn State. He's used to it.
Hey, it's going to be Tampa and them Bills.
All right, so you got Tampa and the Bills.
What a helmet.
I mean, Green Bay and the Bills.
I was about to say, I was like, let me just. So you got Green Bay's and Bills for Sam. You got Tampa, and who you got, Justin? Tampa and who?
Baltimore,
Tampa
baby.
and Baltimore. I'm calling Packers. And my Titans fans, I know y'all probably there too, but look, I'm calling Packers and Steelers.
Now, Griff, we have came on this podcast every Thursday and said the Steelers are frauds. We both know they are frauds. The Steelers ain't beaten. They're going to beat the Browns, right? Yes. But they're not going to beat that next opponent.
You just got kicked out the Titans fan club.
I get kicked out my Titans fan club.
I
never said that we're going to make it. Look.
Now, I will say this for Justin. Justin, if Tampa wasn't going to have to go to Green Bay and play, I would say Tampa.
Don't matter.
Look, it don't make a difference if it goes.
Got the right
if Tampa
12.
goes,
Look,
and
you ain't
goes,
going.
Right 12.
You ain't going to
Right
Lambeau.
12.
You ain't going to Lambeau for the NFC Championship and beating the Pack.
Look,
You say?
Check this out. Regardless of what happens, if Brady has to play Breeze, regardless of banged up Breeze or not, they're losing. It really don't make a difference in either way, any shape or form. Even if it gets the NFC Championship, if Brady has to face Breeze, they're losing.
I disagree.
Saints got.
I disagree,
number, dude. That's been the worst
Saints,
games that Tampa Bay played all year.
A healthy Drew Brees has got that number. He's not healthy.
Put Tyson in the game.
Yeah, put Timbo 2.0 in there.
Upgraded to him. Yeah. So yes, I'm going. It's Steelers and Packers. That's the way I'm going for it. I'm gonna root for my Titans the whole way, hands down. But I'm thinking it's gonna be Steelers and Packers.
Steelers ain't going, bro.
I hope so.
Hey,
we hope you root for the Titans, man.
I'm rooting for the Titans, man. You can't take that away from me. That's my team, hands down. I'm looking for them to do it. Like I said, the only thing that worries about my Titans is literally their defense. Offensively, I ain't got no qualms whatsoever, but it's the defense that just keeps letting them down, and then the offense has to come back. I mean,
do you believe in Henry?
Oh God, yes. Oh yes. Ain't nobody really shutting him down. The only person.
Do you believe in Tannehill?
Denver shut him down, bro. Let's not pretend, Henry.
Do you believe in Tannehill?
I believe in my Titans and Derrick Henry.
You should believe in. Why don't you believe in Tannehill? That boy good. Mm-hmm.
Look, Tannehill's been doing this thing this year. I'm not gonna lie. He done this thing last year as far as it goes. But I'm gonna say this one: when Tannehill got nervous, that thing went flying out to whoever was there to get it.
That's a lot of quarterbacks, not just Tannehill.
It don't make a difference. That's not going to win them a championship if he's letting it fly. That's that one you need to toss out of bounds somewhere whatsoever. So that's not going to cut it.
Eli won a couple, and he just tossed it anywhere he wanted to.
He gave Eli those championships.
Hey, so since we got these games out of the way, Adam Gase fired from the Jets.
Woo!
Who y'all think they going for? I've heard Dan Mullen. I've also heard Dan Mullen's going to be interviewed for the Falcons. Who y'all think the Jets going to go for?
Let's see.
Why not the defensive coordinator from the 49ers? right?
Yeah. Or the DC from the Rams.
Right? Why not? What's my man's name? Why not Lincoln Riley?
Yeah, and I don't
I
see
mean,
Urban Meyer going to New York.
no,
Nah,
there's rumors down there in Jacksonville. I guess
Yeah.
from what everybody been reading. But why not? Why? I mean, like you look at Sean McVay, you look at Cliff Kingsbury, you look at these young. Why not Lincoln Riley? Look what he's produced. Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. He helped and still Jalen Hurts. Now this Rattler guy is coming in, right? Is that his
Spencer,
name?
Hmm.
Spencer Rattler,
And and
Oklahoma.
he's fantastic. We love to watch him play. He's exciting. Makes
That
it
boy
pretty.
cocky too.
Yeah, and he has every right to be. I mean, they've won what 9 in a row, 8 in a row after losing, or that was what 1 and 2, and then won 7 or 8 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah. This
And
boy can
then
play. He
and then they
finally. Go ahead.
then they
Sorry.
smoked the Gators. So hey,
That's always a good day, ain't it, man?
that's a beautiful day.
That's always a good
Hey,
day.
Miami,
I'm gonna give you
Florida,
one that y'all ain't heard about.
Clemson, they all lost. It was a great weekend.
I'm gonna give you one that you ain't really thought about. Now, regardless of what y'all say, young coaches are coming in, right? Rams are an example of it. They bring in a little bit something new until somebody kind of figures it out. But they've had success, right? So why not go ahead and take old Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator?
Kellen Moore.
Yes, sir.
Well, because he done locked himself down about 3 more years in Dallas.
Hey, contracts can be bought, right?
Well,
I mean, yeah, but he's not going anywhere. If he didn't go to Boise, he's going to stay in the NFL and in that Cowboys where Jerry Jones is at for at least another year or two, and he's either going to get that Cowboys job.
hmm
McCarthy's not going to stay.
no.
Nah,
The game's
they got an
the game
extension.
leaving
He's
his
looking for next year.
the game leaving him. The game
Yeah.
going to leave him. It ain't leaving Kellen Moore. So he's either going to go to the Cowboys because he turned down a job where he went 50-3 at where his heart is at. That man loves Boise more than probably potatoes. You know what I'm saying? He loves
True.
Boise more than the color blue. Whoever invented the color blue. So what I'm saying is he's primed for bigger things. Right now, it's not the time for him.
Yeah.
It's not the time.
Fully agree.
But I'm just saying, it can happen though, right?
Because we got the Falcons,
Robert Salah.
the Jaguars, and the Jets. All three got a higher coach.
Don't forget Detroit.
Oh, Detroit's hiring a coach? They fired theirs?
Oh, Patricia gone.
Jaguars too.
Dude. Yeah, Patricia gone. Him and the GM were gone. So yeah, you just,
Jaguars
it's
need
a lot of
coach.
moves going on. You're gonna see a
It
whole
could
bunch
get
of these
interesting.
coordinators
This
defensively or offensive coordinators going somewhere else, especially Andy Reid's.
this could get interesting.
Yep. True. So we got those. I think we already hit MVP status. That's pretty much a consensus. It's either going to be Rodgers or Mahomes, and Henry either pulling up second or third, either way it goes. So I'm not even going to touch on that.
Mahomes didn't play last week. Rodgers did. It's over. Rodgers gonna get it.
I agree.
Just because he showed, he had that extra game to put up some extra numbers and show why he really is the most valuable to his team. You take him off the Packers, and they're not a number 1 seed at all.
I see you, Ian. San Diego and Detroit. Bellamy, San Diego, solid Detroit. Hey, all I'm saying is that literally on these coaching parts of it and what these teams actually need, we're definitely going to touch on this one a little bit later on. Probably
Yeah.
after the Super Bowl, we'll give y'all little insights here and there. Probably a little bit more breakdowns later on as far as the weeks go, especially some of these teams that are already eliminated from the playoffs. But we're not going to distract ourselves from these playoffs point blank.
Yeah.
All right. So that's going to be our focus. But we'll dive
Thursday
into
night. Thursday night, we're going to hit the playoffs hard. We're going to give predictions. We're going to be in it hard Thursday night.
Yeah, get a little dime in there with it too.
You know the dime gonna be here, baby.
And then for Wednesday's gonna be our big day. All right, that's hands down gonna be the big day. So we're gonna get former Seminole, FSU in there, semi-prime time, former Buffalo Bill, rookie pretty much of the year for them, And CFL or AFL or AAFL? 'Cause he didn't do XFL.
I think he was going to go to the CFL this year, and they something happened. I think the COVID thing kind of shut it down.
Hey, it don't matter. We gonna get a little bit of like semi little famous on this part of it. So definitely stand by for us and tune in on Wednesday. We
Yeah.
will have
We're gonna be pushing.
Carlos.
We're gonna be pushing for Carlos to San Diego. That's what we pushing.
The Chargers, baby. I'm pushing for it.
Hey,
Sign me up on the agent team.
I say either give him that or give him the Texans. Let him go replace Duke
Okay.
and David and get back there beside Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have that three-headed monster, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or sit under Miami since they don't want to jump on late and everything and have him replace Gaskin.
Oh my, yeah, Gaskin can go. Ahmed can go. Breida can go. Throw Carlos in there. I'm on.
Oh yeah.
Definitely so, but hey, boys gonna be on here on Wednesday. So everybody that's here watching, if you ain't watching, go ahead and pass it out, distribute it, hit up the page. Hey, it's gonna be on there. It's gonna be happening. And
share.
Questions y'all gonna ask. We'll give y'all some fan time too and see what questions y'all want to actually ask him while we got him on there. All right. So that way we ain't leaving y'all hanging and we can get it in there and what other info that we really want to pick his brain on, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, the biggest question is I love defense. Hands down, I love defense. But it's something about running over a dude, you know what I'm saying? Squaring right up on that cat and telling him to get out your way, stepping on him as you high step into the end zone. Can't really, you can't get past that one. That making them blow snot bubbles when you hit them so hard. You just sit back there like. So yeah, that's gonna be one of my questions for him. So definitely get your questions ready, get your timing down because it's happening.
It's on.
So
I'm not even an FSU fan, but hey, I love football point blank, so that's what I'm talking about.
That's it.
Sucks for you.
Yeah, I know. I'm a Buckeye
And
fan, so.
for all you Steeler fans, Carlos is the brother of Vince Williams. So
Possibly stand by for that one, maybe.
yeah, might even talk. Might even see if he can get Vince to slide through.
Yeah, definitely so. Tell him how it feels hitting Tom Brady and everything. But hey, y'all got anything else y'all want to touch on, man?
No, just thanks for tuning in. Don't forget you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on iTunes, of course, YouTube, and always Facebook, our lives. We do have guests coming. Like we said, we got Carlos coming this Wednesday. I'm lining up a high school coach for you college football fans, you recruiting fanatics. We're going to get behind the scenes of a high school coach's perspective of the recruiting aspect.
Nice.
And what it takes and the toll it takes on these kids to have all these offers coming in and what does it change them. But yeah, we'll get into all that. But again, thanks for tuning in, and it's always good to be here with y'all.
Yep, everybody enjoy y'all Sunday, and we'll catch y'all on Wednesday and then on Thursday. So Wednesday's a big day. Don't forget, we're going to be here. Y'all be here.
Hey, and I just want to say real quick, thank y'all for having me on, and all those y'all that are paying attention. I went 4-4 this week in week 17. That puts me at 12-8 on my picks that I've called on this show. That's 60%. You know, a couple of them losses was upset picks. 2 of them, actually. I lost both of them. I could be 15-5 right now, but I'm 12-8. I got 60%. Everybody just needs 55% to make some ends. If you need me, holla at me, all right? Get at me. The dime is in effect, baby. The dime is in effect.
True.
And the famous words of Pamela James. Peace.
Peace, everybody. Y'all have a good night.
Y'all have a good one.